politics.
And we're out of time.
Hey y'all, Gravity. Any day above ground, live it. Hope everyone had a fantastic evening last night. Hope you've had a fantastic day so far. I'm going to see how fast I can get this done because I got to cook dinner and I'm feeling sleepy still. I feel like all my energy's sapped out. I've been doing a lot this morning, but I'm not going to deny y'all this live. We're almost there, family. 4 more months. Oh, wow. And then we start on the road to 26. Everybody's crashed out since Thursday, which is fine because it's content for us. But we want to make sure you have all the information, as much information as we can gather over here at Beyond Borders Media. So what we're going to do today is we're going to take a look at this debate again somewhat, but we're going to just focus on RFK's parts. Great. That's wonderful. I'm doing my show right now, please. Thank you.
Can I do the show?
No, you cannot. Not this one. Thank you so much. Go answer the phone, please. Thank you so much. Oh, sorry. We're just going to focus on RFK's part today. So though, when we do that part, there's going to be a lot of jumping. Then we're going to go down. I compiled a lot of videos. And 2 of these videos and commentaries that we will be talking about in here, you won't believe who these people are associated with. But before we do that, let's see who's in the building. Malo J, hello. Jerry Bedford, hello. Haxon KT, hello. Miss Nisi, hello. Ty Quinn Campbell, hello. William Morant, hello. Brother Torian Rain, hello. And for those who haven't said anything in the live chat or the comments, hello. All right, let's get into it.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purpose, such as criticism, commenting, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, education, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern.
Now I'm thinking about it. If I didn't know RFK was going to debate them, air quotes, I probably would have used his feed and probably got around the copyright. But, you know, it is what it is. But let's hear what he said.
Trump, we will get to immigration later in this block. President Biden, I want to give you an opportunity to respond to this question about the national debt.
He had the largest national debt of any president in a 4-year period, number one. Number two, he got $2 trillion tax cut, benefited the very wealthy. What I'm going to do is fix the tax system. For example, we have 1,000 trillionaires in America. I mean, billionaires in America. And what's happening? They're in a situation where they, in fact, pay 8.2% in taxes. If they just paid 24% 25%, either one of those numbers. They'd raised $500 million, billion dollars, I should say, in a 10-year period. We'd be able to wipe out his debt. We'd be able to help make sure that all those things we need to do, childcare, elder care, making sure that we continue to strengthen our healthcare system, making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the with the COVID. Excuse me, with dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump.
Well, he's right. He did beat Medicare. He beat it to death, and he's destroying Medicare.
He did have a strong economy.
And it's a shame. What's happened to our country in the last 4 years is not to be believed. Foreign countries, I'm friends with a lot of people. They cannot believe what happened to the United States of America. We're no longer respected. They don't like us. We give them everything they want, and they think we're stupid. They think we're very stupid people. What we're doing for other countries, and they do nothing for us. What this man has done is absolutely criminal.
Mr. Kennedy, to give you the same question, before they veered off, the question was taxes. Trump says lower taxes, more stimulus. Biden says higher taxes, more money comes.
Thank you, President.
Well, President Trump is, I think, right. He did have a strong economy, but anybody can have a strong economy by borrowing $8 trillion because you're forcing our children to pay for our present day prosperity with this enormous debt, which ultimately is paid by the poor, by people with fixed incomes. I want to address the area that they veered into, which is COVID management. This is another illustration about why this is so problematical, because these two presidents shut down every business in our country. 3.3 million businesses with no due process, no just compensation. They have 41% of the black-owned businesses that they closed will never reopen. There was no scientific reason to do this. There was no public hearings. They made a bad mistake, and that was the worst financial mistake in American history. They shifted $4.3 trillion upward to this new oligarchy of billionaires that he was talking about. They created a billionaire a day in 500 days. And one of the problems is that CNN was their biggest cheerleader. Oh, and the same company, BlackRock, the same company, the biggest shareholders, the company that owns CNN are BlackRock, State Street, and Vanguard. Those are the same companies that own Pfizer. Pfizer's the biggest advertiser. So they were all in cahoots in telling us what we needed to do, and we ended up having the worst record of body count of any country in the world. We had 16% of the COVID deaths under these two presidents. We only have 4% of the world's population. Oh, I don't know why people are getting awards or they're all patting each other on the back. We literally, whatever we were doing was wrong, because everybody else in the world did better than us.
CNN questions.
So what did y'all think about that answer? That's the way his voice is because of the surgery. So, I think he had cancer in there. So that's how he sounds. But he ain't saying nothing that we haven't heard. Well, now it's gonna start fucking up. I knew it.
More people died under his administration.
Emergency abortions to continue in Idaho, despite that state's restrictive ban. Former President Trump, you take credit for the decision to have abortion.
I don't care about it.
And get this years back decision making the part, but the Virginia determined what was.
This is the guy who don't even know what like saying, look, he went to the funeral.
He looks so out of place. Never mind. That's.
I mean, in the
Border with the liberal people.
Well, I've
Your position on Roe v. Wade.
I've spent
And yes, that's
probably,
John Stossel.
more energy protecting medical freedom than any other leader in this country. And bodily autonomy. So I think that abortion should be the choice of a woman, and that I worry about state involvement until the baby reaches viability. And I think the states have an increasing viability outside the womb. And I think the states have an increasing interest in protecting that child. My policy on abortion is called more choice, fewer abortions. And that's because 52% of the abortions in this country, the woman says that economic considerations played the key role in her decision. Every abortion is a tragedy. Many women don't want to have abortions. Over half of them have them because they do not believe that they can care for that child for financial reasons. I don't think that should happen in this country. I have a child care program. As I talked to you before, every dollar that we spend on weapons provides about 2 jobs. Every $1 million that we spend on weapons provides 2 jobs, creates 2 jobs. Every $1 million that we spend on child care creates 22 jobs. It's good for our economy. It's good for choice. It's good for limiting abortions, and that's what I'll do as president.
Abortion, President Biden, 7 states. I'll let you do that.
Democrats are the radicals, not the Republicans.
For 51 years, that was the law. 51 years, constitutional scholarship said it was the right way to go. 51 years, and it was taken away because this guy put very conservative members on the Supreme Court. He takes credit for taking it away. What's he going to do? What's he going to do, in fact, if the MAGA Republicans, he gets elected, and the MAGA Republicans control the Congress, and they pass a universal ban on abortion, period, across the board at 6 weeks or 7 or 8 or 10 weeks, something very, very conservative. Is he going to sign that bill? I'll veto it. He'll sign it.
Thank
To give you the same question, Mr. Kennedy, should there be any limit on a late-term abortion?
Yeah, I believe it should be limited. Late term should be limited. Absolutely. That's what was permitted under Roe v. Wade. That's what every European country has the same law, and that law makes sense. If that baby is fully viable outside of the womb, the state has an absolute interest in protecting it.
To the issue of immigration and border security, President Biden, a record number of migrants.
So what y'all think of that answer?
Endorsed my evaluation of patrol.
Said, but all legislation that fought great. Now we, including the
Who's done and killed American soldiers. Got through with that. No doubt.
Mr. Kennedy, what would you do about the border?
Well, I would say that on this one, President Trump is more right than President Biden. I think almost everything that President Biden said, I know to be not to be true, including his claim that he was endorsed by the Border Patrol. And the border, there's been at least 7 million people who've come across the border, and they've come across principally, and this is without the gotaways, which are another 2 million. So those are the people who don't go through the gaps in the wall. President Biden, when he became president, ordered a stop on the construction of the wall. That's the problem. There are 27 gaps in the wall, and I stood in Yuma, Arizona between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. in the morning, and I watched 300 people come across, and I interviewed half of them. The first 110 came from West Africa. They're young men of military age. The second 110 were from Asia, from Azerbaijan, from Nepal, from Tibet, from Bangladesh. Most of them were from China. None of them, only 2 people the entire night that I interviewed had asylum claims. Only 2 people, and they were both from the only people from Latin America, from Colombia and Peru. I think what President Trump is saying, I don't know how many terrorists have come across. I know the Border Patrol is extremely worried about that. And what's happening is not sustainable. President Biden ordered the deconstruction of fences, the censoring systems were taken down. I can't tell you why. The long distance cameras were taken down. The night lights were taken down. So there was some decision in the administration to open up the border. And then the two laws that were changed under President Biden, and this is the day that he came in, the catch and release law, and
The time is up. Sorry, back to the CNN debate.
And you've said that you're going to carry out, quote, the largest domestic deportation operation in American history, unquote. Does that mean that you will deport every undocumented immigrant in America?
Well, there was that.
Say suckers and losers.
The question, which neither candidate answered, was
Number of white
there
people in there,
are
by the way.
millions of undocumented immigrants in the country now. What would you do?
Well, I want to comment on their digressions, because I think President Trump is right that there's a lot of bad people coming across. I think that's undisputed, and we're seeing rises in crime that are associated with the immigrants. But more importantly, there's just a sheer number of them, and I think a lot of the Democrats allowed this to happen out of a humanitarian impulse, out of the impulse of compassion. But when you're actually down there and talking to people, it's not a compassionate solution. The people that I talk to, many of them have been extorted, they've been exploited, they've been robbed, they've been raped. We have an immigration policy in this country that is now being run by the Sinaloa drug cartel. The Border Patrol takes, because they've been ordered not to do their job, they're, catch and release. They bring them to the Yuma airport, put them on a plane to any destination they want. This is true. It sounds like hyperbole, but it's not. And they pay their ticket. And and then they get reimbursement from FEMA. It's insane. There's 110,000 immigrants now in New York, and President Trump's right. They're being put up at hotels. Many of them are on the street. They have a asylum court date 7 years in the future. They can't legally work, so they're taken advantage of by predatory employers who are paying them $6 or $8 an hour, and those employers are bidding against union shops who are getting paid $35 or $50 an hour, and the union shops are losing the bid. They are camped out in Randall's Island on the playing fields where the children are supposed to be playing for sports. Those fields were closed during COVID. So these kids, these wonderful New York City kids, were scholarship tracked, could not play their sport, and their lives were, and now they're being, the same things happening. They can't play their sport because there's immigrants.
Time is up.
Border jumpers, not immigrants. Border jumpers. Y'all seem bored. I don't know.
It was a good one. You say you want to negotiate with Putin. What if Putin says, just let us keep the territory we have and don't have Ukraine join NATO?
That is Putin's right now, his opening bargaining position. Putin has been asking to settle this war from the beginning. In fact, he agreed.
You know what I'll do for you, family? I'll finish watching it again, and I'll just do an upload and just, do quick thoughts on it, because I know y'all don't want to hear this. So we're gonna have fun now. We're gonna have fun. Who's ready for the big fun? But we have to go somewhere first for the big fun.
over the edge.
This is
I
way
mean,
over the edge. Like we it's not even over the edge. We died already.
This is beyond the event horizon. Like we about to hit the vortex.
Yeah, we about to hit the vortex.
Yeah.
Okay, we've officially entered the vortex.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern in.
We have to check in on our friend. We have a friend, and this friend decided to get everybody told about what's going on with this election. Who's ready to look in on our friend? Here we go. There he is. Screenshot. That's old Kenny Walden. Look. He advertising his party. He's so nice. Look like he got a nice haircut, even though his hairline right here, and I shouldn't be talking about hairlines, but it went up there. It looked like an isosceles triangle. I'm just saying. But let's see what old Kenny. Let's see what Kenny said.
So let me get this straight. I'm supposed to sacrifice 3 years of work in progress over a 1-hour debate.
Damn. Democrats got a new record. 5 seconds in, they lying.
Well, Joe Biden's not an effective communicator. We can barely understand what he's saying. But y'all understood when he sent you that damn email about your student loan debt forgiveness. Y'all understood that shit. Y'all understood.
He didn't write that, number one. And number two, that was legacy loans. Even the Democrats had to admit that. The people who voted for him, the young folk who galvanized and said anybody but Trump, yeah, they didn't get their loans reimbursed. No, they didn't. Kenny, why don't you tell them that? Why don't you tell them that the people who got their loans forgiven were people that went to college in the 80s and the 90s, even a few in the early 2000s? Why don't you tell them that? So we know who his base is. Continue.
When y'all got that direct deposit for that stimulus check, y'all understood when y'all got that 36.
What stimulus check? Did y'all get a stimulus check? Let me know. Did y'all get a stimulus check? Because I didn't get a stimulus check. I got the child tax credit 2 years, but that was Congress. Did y'all get a stimulus check? Because I know the last one I got was 2020. No stimulus checks? All right, we'll check later.
$600 for that child tax credit. Y'all understood that shit, didn't you?
Yeah, that was Congress. Next.
When America fell on its fucking face, Joe Biden was there to pick us up and pick up the goddamn pieces.
Is this nigga serious right now? What did Biden pick up exactly? Oh, you're talking about Trump's 2021 budget, where the country was in recovery, everything was still moderately priced. Oh, that. Okay. And guess what? In 2022, since you say he picked everybody up, he threw us back down in the mud and stepped all over us. But all right, you got it.
His ass is the one who pulled us out of the fucking pandemic. He's the one who.
How do you pull us out of the pandemic, sir? This motherfucker, boy.
Pull us out of a fucking recession. When Trump lost all those fucking jobs, Joe Biden brought it back.
There they go with that lie. Sir, he ain't brought no jobs. Sir, screenshot. He brought back no jobs, sir. Kenny, I know you stay in the house all day. Go outside. Everybody got a for hire sign. Go outside one time, please. Sir, McDonald's can't even get people in the door. Do you understand all these states that passed that minimum wage hike, businesses are closing? Oh, but it's funny. We told y'all that it was going to happen when y'all started talking about raising the minimum wage. Again, Kenny, I'd like to ask that question. What jobs did he bring back? You mean the jobs that were already lost, he just had to bring them back? That's not a flex. He had, out of the 3 years he's been there, he's only had 4 good months of job growth. 4. You can go fact check me on that. And of those 4 times, every time they sat there and said that it was a shock. Me personally, I think they're cooking the books, but it is what it is. Continue.
Joe Biden has created 15 million new jobs.
How would they knew if they were gone, sir? Where's the 15 million new jobs, sir? Oh, you mean part-time? All right, go ahead.
800,000 manufacturing jobs.
Where's the manufacturing, sir? Where is this? Because it's funny, these people getting all these jobs and nobody's celebrating it. Where are these manufacturing jobs, sir? Probably overseas, but continue.
Record low unemployment.
Oh, Lord. Record low unemployment. Okay. So we're stealing Trump. Okay. Go ahead.
Getting 16 billion into HBCUs. He's giving
This nigga lied. 16 billion? How come 4 of them closed? Yes. Yes, brother Torian. He blocked me after I went in on him 2 years ago. He blocked me that same day. Took 15 minutes. That's a hell of a record.
Yes. Yes.
He blocked me faster than Yvette did.
1.5 billion into small Black minority business alone in 2023.
Ooh. Ooh. Here's the question, Kenny. Are they turning profit? Now that's the question. It's easy to give somebody money. Are they turning profit?
Before you MAGA motherfuckers come in my comment section talking about, well, the pandemic was the reason why we lost the jobs. Joe Biden shouldn't get credit. He should get motherfucking credit. Since World War II,
I have it all the way up and we can't hear him.
Recessions. And guess what? Joe Biden is one of 4 presidents to see all jobs come back. Whoa.
Oh, good God. Sir, 30 million people lost their jobs in 2020. It ain't that hard. Oh, good Lord. But okay.
What world are y'all motherfuckers living in? Are we not living better under Biden than we did under?
Here's the funny thing, though, too, family. They love spouting out all these stats, but there's no confirmation ever until you start arguing with them. Be like TikTokers. When you say shit, have the screenshots ready.
Donald Trump, I can say yes, absolutely. Let's just rewind it back. 4 years ago, what cities were on fire? What did Trump do? 4 years ago, he told us to.
What the? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Hey, family. I'm gonna let y'all have this one. I couldn't see shit. Torian, I couldn't see nothing. He has me blocked, and I'm not going to go search for this nigga. But I'm gonna let y'all have it, family. Now he talking about the summer of love. Are we putting that on Trump? Let me know. I just want to know how we're gonna do this. Yes, the show was just at the White House, and he was on his knees for Biden, not command me. I mean, if he was on his knees for command me, I would have said, okay, maybe he half straight. But he was on his knees for Biden. So there's that. But anyway, I'm gonna let y'all answer this because the summer of love. Are we putting that on Trump? I just want to know.
To inject bleach or take disinfectant to deal with COVID. 71% of Americans are fully vaccinated thanks to Joe.
And how's that working out, sir? That 71% ascended. How's that working? Because now, let's just get conspiratorial for a second. YouTube, I'm just asking a question. How come all these celebrities are starting to transition? Hmm. 71% of people are vaccinated with lifelong debilitations, but you don't want to tell people that. Now, do you? If it didn't pop up yet, it's going to pop up eventually. As you get older, your immune system goes down. Who knows what the hell they're incubating right now? Kenny.
Joe went from pillar to post during the pandemic, getting the vaccine on camera, showing the American people that it's safe.
Right. Now, here's my question, Kenny, because we did see him take injections. Kenny, how do you know that was the Belle Biv DeVoe? Let's ask that question, sir. How'd you know that it was the Belle Biv DeVoe? Because that was the same man who said he's not going to take it when Trump brought it outside. Kamami said the same thing. Whole bunch of celebrities said it. And then as soon as Biden gets in, y'all ran over there to go get it. It was the same people that created it. So what? We know what changed. Never mind. Go ahead.
I don't care about any of that because Joe Biden can barely talk. Well, bitch, you can barely see because you're blind. If you can't see the forest through the trees, how the fuck you gonna see these policies?
Yeah, you're right, Kenny. We can't see the forest for the trees because guess what we saw? We saw a whole bunch of bears waiting to come in there and maul our asses. So we said we good. But your stupid ass went in the forest, and now here we are. Boy, let me tell you something. If Trump wins again, that crash out is gonna be funny, and ain't nobody finna listen to you because if y'all don't know, if you look in his comment thread or comment threads with these videos, ain't nothing but females caping for him. But that's okay. You got it, Kenny. We ain't gonna hear no more. We got it. You want to just sit up here and chill. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a little break. Actually, you know what? Before we do that break, I want you to hear another black man come outside and try to tell us about what's going on out here in the streets. Somebody I've never heard of before, but you know, it is what it is. Here we go. Go ahead, black man. Tell us everything.
All right. Let's have an honest conversation here. A real honest one. If you are now on the ropes, on the fence about Biden's performance yesterday, and all of a sudden you told me he should be replaced.
You told my. You told my. Okay, you told my. I don't know. Wallow J, I don't know. They've lied to us before. These were the same politicians who said they weren't going to go get ACA, but then ended up taking the waiver so they don't get charged. So I don't know. But let's go.
And the DNC should put somebody else in his place. You were never with Biden in the first place.
Funny thing that you said that, sir, because a report came out that he's at Camp David right now with his wife and his close allies, and they're talking about his future. So there's that.
And you MAGA. Oh,
now we MAGA. You hear him? Now we MAGA. Okay.
No, that's a tough thing to say. How the hell can you say that there are people in the Democratic Party that are MAGA? I'll give you a perfect example of a Democratic MAGA. Joe Manchin, perfect example. So don't sit there and say just because you wear the blue brand means you're not MAGA.
So that would bring it back blue MAGA. Okay. All right, you got it.
I need people who are going to stick with Joe Biden no matter what to engage with me. If you're not one of them people, don't engage with me. You're MAGA, and I don't fuck with MAGA. So I want to test the temperature in the room on this page. I got a lot of people that follow me, and I thank every last one of you for doing this. If you are determined to vote for Joe Biden in November, despite everything you saw yesterday, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat, put a blue heart, and say Biden no matter what. Say it just like that. You want to say it any other way, that's fine. But I'm specifically looking for people to.
I'm hearing Caribbean. I'm hearing steel drums. I'm sorry. I'm hearing steel drums. So we shilling for Biden. Oh Lord, what is going on? I don't understand what's going on out here, boy. Motherfucker out here. I don't know. I really don't know what's going on out here, but continue.
To say Biden no matter what.
That
And
sounds
listen,
sycophant.
this ain't hyperbolic what I'm saying here. This man is a dangerous man, and I'm talking about the 34 convicted felon, rapist,
Oh Lord.
insurrectionist, racist piece of shit, Donald Trump. He is
So Biden ain't racist. Okay. Biden ain't racist, family. This guy who I'm hearing steel drums from just told us that Biden ain't racist. I'll let y'all handle that. Is Biden racist? Cool.
fucking dangerous for everybody. If you're not rich, he's a danger to your fucking existence. And I'm not being
What?
hyperbolic, like I said. This is the actual truth. This man represents the end of the United States as we know it. It's fucking dangerous for everybody. If you're not rich, he's a danger to your fucking existence. And I'm not being hyperbolic, like I said. This is the actual truth. This man represents the end of the United States as we know it. He is here to destroy this country, to destroy the fabric of this country.
Funny thing, he sat there for 4 years and didn't do it. I ain't caping for Trump. I'm just trying to tell you a story. Yo cocksucker in chief, no pause. He just put your children on the firing line. Put my child in the firing line. Your cocksucker in chief literally is working with Israel right now to subjugate Gaza and create Gaza City in the next 11 years. Your cocksucker in chief took $1.5 trillion of your tax money, my tax money, everybody's tax money in here to create an infrastructure bill. And I don't see no infrastructure. I don't see it. I see people getting thrown out of their houses down here in Atlanta so these major corporations can build their nice prestige little campuses down here. I see that. I see homeless folk running around. I see that. I don't see this. Please tell me something. Where can I find this? I like to know. That's what I hear.
To destroy the institution of this country, to change the way we have looked at this country for the entire time we have existed. This man is the worst fucking piece of shit that has ever graced us in the United States today. And his fucking followers are no fucking better than him. I don't mean to say it like that. But better yet, let me take that back. I mean to say it exactly the way I'm saying it.
Here's the thing. I listen, we ain't got no love lost for MAGA, but listen, if you don't think either side is against you, you a fucking idiot. Hey, dumbass. Democrats, Republicans, even the independents that sit in Congress right now, they can draft a bill. You better have papers here. They'll send your black ass right back to whatever country you came from, just like that. And the world court ain't gonna help you. The state you live in could draft legislation that'll cripple the way you move, just like that. And that's bipartisan. But I get it. You want to play one side because the one side's in power. And listen to all the anger you got in your voice. See, I can do these commentaries and I don't have to sound angry because I ain't got no dog in that fight. I'm just watching everything burn. Because people like you with your fucked up teeth, you don't have no solutions. Best of all, if you did have it, you wouldn't even know how to implement it. I'm gonna let you continue. Go ahead.
Because this is the fucking truth. Donald Trump is a fucking existential threat to the United States as we know it. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Period. And if you can't see that, then I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
Mm-hmm. Says the man sitting on the street in a parking lot yelling about Donald Trump and knee padding for Joe Biden to people on TikTok. I'm sure they already got your data anyway. I'm sure they got all your your personal information. So when we hear about the TikTok breach in about a year or two, yeah, Chinese government gonna know who you are, sir. I'm sure you're cool with that. Keep going.
If you really truly desire this country and what it stands for, and you want to see it continue to thrive and progress, you cannot vote for Donald Trump.
Nigga, where's the thriving at? You just said unless you're rich, you can't do nothing in here when Trump was in office. Where's the thriving? Oh, you about to tell us Joe Biden's for the little man? Are you about to tell us that? How's that working out, sir? Let me see your grocery bill from last week. Show me something. Let me see year to date from 2020. Well, we'll even say 2021 because that was still Trump's budget. 2021 from January 1st to today. That's 6 months. I want you to show me how much you pay for gas then in 2021 and show me how much you pay for gas now, assuming that you have a car because you look like you bumming it, but that's all right. I want to see something. And don't give me no, oh, this is life and it's progress and all this. I don't want to hear none of that crap. Because I would love to know what you're going to do when the TikTok checks stop. Because maybe y'all forgot. Y'all got about 2 months. And I don't hear ByteDance saying we're going to sell this motherfucker. So they about to take this to the end. I'd worry about that. Because this sounds like this is a lot of your income. I'd worry about that. Because that didn't happen on Trump's watch. That happened on your man's watch. But go ahead.
He doesn't give a fuck about America. Because we are America, not just whitey people.
Whitey people. Yep, definitely Caribbean. Definitely.
The brown people, the black people, everybody, the Asian
Black
people,
and
the
brown.
gays and lesbians, we all are America, and he does not represent us at all.
That's probably the only true thing you ever said. But you don't represent America either, sir.
Hell, he doesn't give a fuck about democracy.
And you think Biden does. How'd that work? Hey, sir, how'd that democracy work when Biden had his people slipping that selective service move? How's that democracy?
And I find it interesting that he's using democracy to talk about taking down democracy. That's a slap in the face of democracy as we know it.
This nigga loves the word democracy.
I'm going to vote for Joe Biden. I don't give a fuck if Joe Biden can't talk. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, so you want an incoherent asshole representing you. Got it. Go ahead.
Fuck if Joe Biden is in a coffin with his hand sticking out. He get my vote. If he's in an urn.
So he's gonna vote for a dead guy. Say less.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man. Now y'all going too far, man. You going too far, man.
The nigga said he gonna vote for a dead guy, and Donald Trump don't represent black, brown, and we. This nigga out here from the Caribbean talking French. Maybe he from Martinique. I don't know.
Who is we? Who is we?
Nigga, you look like you about to tell us that hip hop came out of the Caribbean.
He's getting my vote. If he turns into a fucking dog, he gets my vote.
Oh, so now we're going to voodoo. Okay. Here we go. Here we go.
You want some more?
We might have more. So let me get this straight. You'd vote for Biden if he became a deaf mute.
You want some more?
We might have more. You would vote for Biden if he turned into give me something family. If he turned into a cell phone, you would vote for him. You would put in your code because you look like you got an iPhone. You'd put in your code and he'd say, "Hi, I'm Joe Biden."
You want some more?
We might have more. So you're telling me if Joe Biden turned into an alley cat, you're going to vote for him. So we're going to vote for cats now. Say less.
You want some more?
We might have more. So if Joe Biden turned into Biden Joe, you would vote for him.
You want some more?
We might have more. If Joe Biden turned into oh boy. So if he turned into Kenny Walden, you'd vote for him. Okay.
You want some more?
We might have more. If Joe Biden turned into you and committed credit card fraud and identity theft, you'd still vote for him.
You want some more?
We might have more. Now, Wallow J is from North Carolina. He said if he turned into a whole hog, you would vote for him. Now, North Carolina hog can't be that good that you would risk democracy for some rib meat.
You want some more?
We might have more. PD that remains said that if he turned to the Antichrist, you would vote for him. That is fucked up and anti-biblical.
You want some more?
We might have more. William Moran said if Joe Biden turns into the bear shitting in the woods, you would vote for him.
You want some more?
Might have more. If Joe Biden turned into two in the bush, you would vote for him.
You want some more?
We might have more. A midget. Now that might be kind of fire. A midget president, that might be fire. He'd have to sit on a step stool on top of a high chair and a booster seat just to make sure the camera in the Oval Office gets all of him. And while he's talking, his legs are swimming. That might be fire.
You want some more?
Might have more. So if he turned into Brett Favre with all the welfare money, you would vote for him.
You want some more?
Might have more. If he turned into an Asian that got denied their dream college because affirmative action is gone, you'd vote for him.
You want some more?
We might have more. If he turned into a black lesbian, you probably would vote for him, especially if he had a porn video.
You want some more?
We might have more. So if Joe Biden turns into them cheap ass headphones you got on, you would vote for him.
You want some more?
You might have more. If he turned into Hunter Biden, you would vote for him. You definitely would, because Hunter Biden got the plug.
You want some more?
You might have more. If he turned into a drag queen, you would vote for him. Bruh, sassiness in the Oval Office. Bruh, I'm telling you, he would vote for Biden if Biden became Robin on the weekend.
You want some more?
Might have more. Somebody said a cross-dresser. That's in line with what Miss Niecy said, but that's crazy.
You want some more?
We might have more. Let me see. Damn. See, Boss Hog, we're not gonna disrespect that legendary TV character. We're not gonna do that. Not gonna do that. He said he'd vote for Joe Biden if he was Dick. What's her name? What's them two motherfucking name? Right. If it was Daisy Duke's vaginal discharge, he'd vote for him. I know ladies is like, listen, nigga, now you go a little too far. You go a little too far.
You said what?
That was disgusting.
Life has definitely been lifing. I'm going to keep you guys updated with
This needs to finna cuss me.
You want some more?
We might have more. Meg Griffin. Now we would finally get our first woman in office. That might be a win for them. I don't know. That might be a win for them. They can't lose. We only give you half, but I like it. Shit. Somebody said Caitlin Clark. That'd be a win for him. He might get the white supremacist on his side from the right. We can't give you that one. Nah, we can't give you that one. But we might have more. William Morant, you get it too. You my man, but you get it too. Both y'all had the same idea, and I don't discriminate. Facts. DSB said he slapped him in the face, called him a nigga, and he would still vote for him. Yes, Mr. President, I's a nigga.
You want some more?
We might have more, but remember, he from the Caribbean, so they don't play that. But you know, he might have it. He might have it. Biden's already a Klansman. We'll let it ride, though.
You want some more?
We might have more. By the way, he hung out with Robert Byrd. That was his mentor, his best friend. His best friend was an exalted cyclops of the KKK in charge of recruiting people. So his main job was to keep the KKK going. So there's that. But they bypassed that. You said Cartman. Cartman is a beloved character. Don't do that. Especially if he's going to run around and say, respect my authority. We're not going to give you that one. A septum ring. Black women would love him. The liberal black women would love him. I don't know if that's going to work. But we're going to let this finish off. That was fun. Give yourselves a round of applause. That was fun. I don't know what my kid is singing in there. It's kind of fire, though.
You want some more? Do you? All right, bim, bam, boom. Somebody get this nigga out of my way.
Let's finish this off.
If he looked like that fucking troll on fucking the Lord of the Rings, I don't give a fuck what Joe Biden is.
He had more. He actually joined the game.
You want some more?
I don't give Joe Biden turned into a fucking car.
He said Joe Biden turned a transformer, not them folk, a transformer, actual transformer. He voted for him. He might be better at this than us.
You want some more?
I am voting for his ass in November.
Okay. And he went into the Caribbean move.
Pause.
Pause.
Pause. I said pause, nigga. Mind you, LeBron is spending $2.5 million on his body. Pause.
I would give it to Barkley. Pause. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy, but I'll let you go. Pause.
Go ahead.
It's a luxury to have a big man. Pause. They gave him the soft one. The hard one, pause. Pause, nigga.
Because a vote for Joe Biden is a vote against Donald Trump. Period. Yeah, Joe Biden's a racist. I don't give a
Bruh, what? Oh my God, he's about to admit it. He don't care if he racist. Tell us everything, sir.
vote
Go
against
ahead.
Donald Trump.
Just go ahead. We're
Period.
not even gonna stop it no more.
Yeah, Joe Biden's a racist. I don't give a fuck.
He's a racist.
Joe Biden said racist shit. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, so my racist is okay. Y'all's racist is bad. Jesus. What if I told y'all about the American racists? What if I told y'all? They will say something within 10 seconds on themselves. Joe Biden's a racist, but I'm going to vote for him. MAGA, y'all got a racist. I'm not voting for him. I want my racist. Bruh. I want my KKK. I don't want y'all's Proud Boys. I don't want your Proud Boy. I want my KKK. Family, if nothing else, that made the stream right there. That just proved to us two things. We shouldn't listen to black idiots like this. And two, you know he ain't from this land. You know this. Because any black American or a rioter who saw Biden in 2008 to 2016, everybody go look at their stuff. They said that there was something off. And this was before all that cavalcade of knowledge that the older folk were trying to tell us about that man came out. But there you go. Finish it. I know I said I wasn't going to stop, but that right there, we had to get that out.
Joe Biden has apologized for that shit, and he's trying to do the right thing. I don't care if he stuttered yesterday. I don't give a
But when Trump does it, you're just going to say he's a racist. Say less.
fuck if he had a cold. Hell, fuck, he could have COVID for all I care.
Speaking of you saying that, family, speaking of him saying that, Joe Biden could have had the coffee venereal disease. I'm glad he said that, because guess what Joe Biden did after that debate with his old lady? Guess what she and him did? That's right. They were hungry. They were so hungry, they went to Waffle House. Yes. Look. Gave him the Soul Brother handshake and everything. This was planned. This was planned. But he went to Waffle House. Now, he could be sick. So let's ask the question. If he did have the coffee venereal disease, why is he going into a restaurant with full of black people to spread around the coffee venereal disease? That coon gave him the Soul Brother handshake. He is no longer invited to the cookout. Nigga, eat in the car. And you're not eating from our food and our grills and our sternos. Go get you a fast food bag of stuff. Maybe we'll let you look over the fence.
You know, you spend too much time in the gym, I think. Hey, man, how you doing? Good to see you.
Hey, you welcome. Have our support.
Did you see that?
How you doing? Good to see you.
Hey, you welcome.
Look at this. This is like, you know what this look like? I ain't even gonna hold you. This look like that white man at the end of the movie where he was a racist and then figured out the error of his ways. and then everybody just embraces them, and we all leaving the movie theater like, why the hell did we just waste $17.69 on that? Nasty work.
Have our support.
It's always one. You know she ain't Black American. You could tell by that wig. She not Black American. Where your people from? Where your people from?
Thank you, guys.
Unbelievable. Can I get the pancakes with the hash browns and a side of cooning? Yes, I know we're in Atlanta. Can I get a Coon Coke? Jesus Christ. Might as well go here then. We'll go to the opposite. Because I got a lot to say about them damn. You know what? Before we do that, we're going to transition. I'm going to do a transition. Before I get to the Republicans and the conservatives, we're going to let y'all laugh, because I know that between what you just heard from that dude and what you just saw with Biden, you need a laugh. So I'm going to give you a laugh. Let's have fun.
Burger. What can I get for you today? Welcome to Good Burger. What can I get for you today?
Gimmick infringement. Keenan and Kel, I need y'all to come outside.
Hi, just give me a minute while I decide.
Oh, wow. I love your accent. Where are you from?
Chicago. Not sure why that matters, though.
Mexico, huh? Ay, caramba.
I didn't say anything about Mexico.
You didn't have to. I could hear that shitty Mexican clown music from in here.
Excuse me?
I said, are you ready to order?
Yes?
What can I get for you?
I'll take a double good burger, large fries, and a Coke, please.
Great. So that's one taco with guacamole and a margarita. Anything else, sir?
I didn't say that. I said cheeseburger and fries.
Yep, that's what I said.
No, you just said the tacos and guacamole.
Sorry, sir. Must be the language barrier. We don't sell tacos or guacamole here.
Okay, well...
Will that be all, sir?
Okay. How about some chicken nuggets?
All right, one chicken burrito. Did you want brown or pinto beans with that?
Hey, what the hell is going on here?
I'm so sorry, sir. You probably haven't seen one of these before.
Huh?
In America, this is what's called a drive-through. You order your food through this nifty speaker, and you don't even have to get out of your car. Pretty cool, huh, Cholo?
Are you seriously explaining this to me right now?
Pretty neat, huh, senor?
Look, I just want my burger and nuggets so I can get the hell out of here.
One taco and burrito coming up.
Why do you keep doing that?
Doing what, sir?
Is this because I'm Hispanic?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sir, what are you insinuating here?
That you're a racist piece of shit.
Sir, I'm just being sensitive to your culture. In fact, I am Latino myself.
Look, just give me my food. I got a lot of stuff to do today.
Like waiting at Home Depot for a roofing job?
What?
I said try our burgers. They're through the roof.
No, wait. You just said something about Home Depot?
Sorry, sir, I'm holding you up. I'll let you get back to Home Depot.
Just give me the total so I can get out of here.
That'll be 280 pesos, sir.
What?
That'll be $13.25, sir.
Why the hell would I have pesos? I'm in America.
Yes, sir, and I know how hard it is to climb that border wall.
Mierda. You are fucked up, lady. Cancel my order. I'm out of here.
Oh my God, please, don't shoot. Just take the money.
Yeah. So there's that. There's more of those on there. But we're not going to bore you with that. Now we go to those pesky conservatives.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern in.
Now, this is down here in Atlanta. We all saw what happened at that barbershop, Rocky's barbershop. What did I say in that stream? That he was going to get affected by this. Well, Rocky came out and
by a campaign event for former President Trump the day before the debate. Rocky Jones tells our Karis Belger he thought his Buckhead shop was just hosting a forum for Black businesses, but he says he never expected to fade into the realm of politics.
To me, cutting hair is like an art.
And smooth waves are not the only thing Rocky Jones wants his shop to be known for.
We try to specialize in just giving good service to the community. As you can see, I've been here since 17 years and it's been good.
Which is why he jumped at the chance to help other Black business owners get ahead.
Started with a text, then it went to a call because I was actually out the country. and just me agreeing to do a black small business, roundtable. I thought it was like something real private.
It was anything but. Rocky, along with black business owners from across metro Atlanta, crammed into his shop, along with Trump surrogates like Ben Carson. But it wasn't all shop talk.
Remember I told you that I was on the TV? I'll give the brother this only criticism. When you saw them cameras walking in, you should have asked questions. I mean, this is your business after all. You're like, I thought this was a private function. Why is there cameras here? Like, I can get one or two, but you had them and a gang of reporters in there and hanger-ons who were mostly white. Yeah. I would have started asking questions.
Thinking about black business in Atlanta, small black businesses in Atlanta. And I'm like, okay, so when are we going to start talking about this?
He says a call from former President Trump during the event cut deep.
Why is the ex-president calling somebody in my barbershop? This has nothing to do with small black businesses.
And he was
Nasty work. That's fine in Florida. I that's not the first barbershop I saw that. Hell, in barbershop movie, remember they said no hip hop before 12 o'clock. I mean, everyone got their rules. I respect that. They want to try to keep a clean environment, especially if you're going to be catering to kids. I get it. So that doesn't bother me.
left with a lot more than razor burn.
We had some calls. Thursday, we definitely got some calls, some backlash, some angry people that don't know me. And I have to deal with that. I have no involvement in politics. We don't even talk politics in my barbershop. It's all sports. Commend everybody to vote, but that's your business. I don't tell you what to do.
The number of customers, he says, has trimmed down, but he hopes the shock will fade and he can keep helping his community. Kara Spelger, 11 Alive News.
All right, black folks in Atlanta, we can't get it. We can't fuck this man's business up. I get y'all pissed off that the scum conservatives sat up there and tarnished this man's reputation, but that man been there damn near almost 17 years. I mean, that's commendable off itself. Especially he went through the financial crisis when he opened. He went through a recession. He went through a recovery. He went through Trump. He went through the coffee venereal disease. He could have easily lost his shop, and he's still there. We gotta commend that. Don't fuck with this man's business. Come on now, we better than this. Leave that to them folk over there. Let's not do that. So Atlanta, if nothing else, you don't want to listen to somebody that's a transplant, listen to me on this. Respect this man's business. Patronize it. Please. But as far as Byron Donalds and Wesley Hunt and that other coon that they had in there, you three black men are the worst examples of black men I've ever seen, because you pieces of shit knew exactly what you were doing. You were trying to be down. I don't give a fuck who your spouse is. I don't give a fuck who your kids are. This is about y'all. You pieces of shit. You knew you couldn't go to no white organization or some white business and pull what you pulled on that man, because you could have easily done that in Atlanta. You could have easily went down the road to a white business and pulled that, and you probably would have got loved on by MAGA. You did that to a black small business. I can at least respect what Kemp did. He brought all them black men downtown to 1100 Peachtree Street. He let them advertise their business. He had their little conference, and news was there, and they were over there. They did their interviews, promoted themselves. I can respect that. You fuckers walked in there to try to make it seem like black people are wholly for Trump. See, here's Atlanta, Georgia, battleground state, and black men are voting for Trump. You don't know who those men are voting for, if they are going to vote. After coming off the heels of you going in front of black folks who told you, don't bring us no Jim Crow bullshit. How are you with this reparation? And you sat there and told them, I don't believe in it. But then you go to this event and do what you did. Now, I don't know if that was before or after, but you did what you did. I know why you didn't go to Slutty Vegan and do that, because Pinky and them would have whooped your ass in there and then went back and made the burgers. So again, Atlanta, let's not mess up this black man's business. Let's not do that. This is a blip in the radar. But what I am going to do is the next time you see any one of them three cocksuckers together or separate, boo them out the building. Make it uncomfortable. Florida, you're on the clock. His district, he got to go. Wesley Hunt's district in Texas, he got to go. So there's that. Look at this.
The president had one objective in that debate last night, and that was to showcase vitality, that he could continue to do the job for another 4 years. He miserably failed. That speech today was incredible. I thought there were a lot of great moments, but it's one thing to read a prepared script from someone from teleprompters. It's another thing to be at a debate against an opponent for 90 minutes, having to think with zero notes, on your feet in an extemporaneous manner, in a nuanced manner. And what we saw, the 51.3 million viewers who tuned into our network yesterday, they saw someone that I'm almost certain most of them believe this person cannot continue to do the job. The president.
Now that's Democrats saying it. But okay, there's that. I want to show you something. Your man went back outside like a bitch. And by the way, did you know that he got cooked in this comment thread? We finna watch this, and then I'm gonna show you the comments. This man got cooked. But go ahead.
Typically Republicans don't go into, and you have real conversations, there's going to be pushback. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
You hear him. Republicans going to places where they typically don't go, and there was going to be pushback. That's not why there was pushback, sir.
Typically Republicans don't go into, and you have.
Yeah, and we wonder why y'all messaging sucks. Y'all wonder why.
Real conversations, there's going to be pushback. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Look, man, when I was 16 years old, I was held up at gunpoint.
I wonder if you're going to tell people that 2 years later you went to school and got arrested for distributing. I wonder if you're going to tell them that. Let's see.
When you're staring down the barrel of a pistol, a lot of stuff just doesn't really matter anymore. And for me, I just go out and do my job. I'm gonna speak my mind. I'm gonna speak my piece. You can agree, you cannot agree. The only thing I ask is that you respect me, because I'm gonna respect.
You didn't respect that black man. You did not respect them black men when you sat in the seat calling up Trump.
Respect you. Adversity, I'm not worried about that. And I think that too many people in politics are worried about some clip or some hot take, so they're timid and they won't engage on tough issues. But if we're going to get our country on track, you got to have people willing to engage in tough issues, because that's the only way you're going to find some common ground to actually get things done.
Do you feel like there's a lot of...
Let's see how they took that. That was my tweet. Bro, you left the part of the story out that you were a drug dealer at the time, a vocation that resulted in your arrest and indictment, by the way. That was 2 years after, sir. Stay on topic, but okay. Dealing drugs tends to put you in those types of situations. Hard not to love this dude. Okay, sir. Hypocrite Byron Donalds fell right in line with the rest of the MAGA Republicans when approached with gun reform, which was closing the door on the debate. Since you have experienced a real conversation about guns in America, there's over 440 million of them. That is 1.2 guns for every man, woman, and child. All other countries on earth, not anywhere near that. It's a fetish in America having nothing to do with the Second Amendment. Okay? So what? Somebody trolled him. I like this. I'm Byron Donalds. I was one of more than 100 Trump-loving, traitorous Republicans who voted against certifying electors from Arizona and Pennsylvania in the 2020 election. I spew Trump's big lie, but claim to be a liberty-loving patriot. I'm a member of the hard-right clown show known as the House Freedom Caucus. While Americans died, I spoke out against coffee venereal disease restrictions and mandates. I'm not ascended and won't wear a mask to protect others. Like a good Republican, I'm a criminal. In 1997, I was arrested on drug dealing charges. In 2000, I pled guilty, not pleaded, but whatever. You could say either one. I pleaded guilty to a felony bribery charge as part of a scheme to defraud a bank, but the charge was expunged when I entered the Florida House. Damn. They go LVZ. Damn. How was the black job? Damn, this nigga look like Adi Boom. Jesus. Third-degree felony. And you lied. Representative Byron Donalds over heated confrontation of top advisors disturbing arrest history. Damn.
For the debate. But the owner says it's not what he thought he was signing up for. Atlanta News First Rachel Aragon live at 5 outside the Buckhead Barbershop with why the owner is now speaking out.
The business owner says he was never told this was going to be a political event, and now he's using his time and story to tell other businesses to watch out as election season heats up. For more than a decade,
I really take pride in my business.
Rocky Jones says he has welcomed everyone to his Atlanta barbershop, customers from all backgrounds and walks of life.
Mind my business, serve, give back haircuts to the community, and have good conversations. It's never been about politics.
His business, he says, has never been the site of a political event until Wednesday, when prominent Republicans packed inside the day before the highly anticipated presidential debate in Atlanta.
I hope I'm being well represented.
Former President Donald Trump even calling in at one point.
I feel like I've been betrayed.
Days before the debate, Jones says someone who he thought was a friend reached out to him about being the host site for a small Black business roundtable. He says there was never any mention this was a political event. Jones adds he never heard from a Trump campaign representative either. I asked him if the timing of the event raised any flags this would be political.
I honestly didn't think about it. It was just, once you say Black small business, give back to the community, it's like, okay, I'm doing it.
Jones says he feels used.
Just be aware that it is election season and the timing seems a little suspect.
That's why he's warning other business owners to have a healthy dose of skepticism.
Even though I trusted that person, I didn't really do the research I should have done, but now I'm letting everybody else know that you need to be aware of these calls.
Atlanta News First did make contact with the Trump campaign. They acknowledged our request, but they were not able to get us a response by airtime. And the owner did tell me he was compensated for the 2 hours he had to close Wednesday for that event, but now he says he's willing to give that money back.
That is integrity right there. Get that money. I don't like that you said considering, but get that money back, bro. That's dirty money.
And the owner did tell me he was compensated for the 2 hours he had to close Wednesday for that event, but now he says he's willing to give that money back.
Just give it back, bro. It ain't worth it. I mean, I ain't want to say nothing. Because especially when he said he went out of the country, I didn't want to say nothing, but I mean, fuck. Mm. I'm not mad at him either. He got taken. The only thing I'm mad at him about is that he didn't ask more questions, and at least he took accountability. He said that he didn't do his research. So, like I said, Atlanta, patronize that man's business. It's not his fault. But before we get up out of here, family, one more piece of news. I saw something that y'all might be very interested in, because you know how we always tell you that they're attacking us, and we're the bots, we're the disinformation diaspora. But y'all might not know how deep this goes.
Let me go here. There's I'm gonna move on. There's a growing concern in.
When I tell y'all these rabbit holes go deep, they go deep. I want y'all to listen to this news story, and then I'm going to present the information. You won't believe who this broad works for or who she's associated with.
There was this new report out saying that tens of millions of Americans are being targeted with a ton of disinformation in online black spaces ahead of the 2024
online black spaces. Do tell.
Presidential election. It highlights 3 significant threats to black voter engagement in November, including getting people to not care about voting or the election at all.
We win. Family, we won. First, it was Simone Sanders. Now it's big NBC News, even though it's the online offshoot called NBC News Now. They are acknowledging that the calls for voting the couch are real. Let's go.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. It's perfect.
Including getting people to not care about voting or the election at all. President Biden's broken promises, real and, by the way, made up, and stoking divisions amongst black voters via certain influencers who knowingly and unknowingly spread disinformation, like, for instance, Candace Owens.
Don't link her to us. That's her. She want to do that? That's on her.
Who has millions of followers on various platforms. She said blatantly inaccurate things. Like, by the way, vaccines cause a, quote, explosion of childhood cancer, and that the Uvalde shooter who killed 19 children was transgender. NBC's Marquise Francis just dropped a story on NBCnews.com for us and is joining us now with more on this.
Did they catch this motherfucker like 6 o'clock in the morning before everybody got to work?
Break this all down for us, Marquise, if you can, and what more you found in this report.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for having me. Disinformation is something that people talk incessantly, seemingly about online or in person amongst their friends or whatnot. But they don't talk often about what is it and how is it impacting people. So this report out by Onyx Impact touted as the first of its kind to really understanding disinformation through online black communities. And they identified half a dozen core online networks that are reaching or targeting specifically black Americans. And they named gateway influencers and platforms, far-right activists, and media outlets, the Black manosphere.
Say that again.
And platforms, far-right activists, and media outlets, the Black manosphere, Black extreme nativists.
Black manosphere, come here. Come here. When Prophet of Doom, aka Frank James, did what he did 2 years ago, what did I tell y'all? Didn't I not tell y'all they were going to target your black asses? The FBI watching y'all? Yeah, I said that. The video's still up. I also said something else in there. Well, in subsequent lives. Like I said, the FBI looking at y'all. What happened 2 years later, family? Some of them Black Manosphere folk ended up on the FBI's watch list, including mediocre tutorial and reviews. Yeah. Oh, Miss Nisi, let me tell you something. If they say new black media, it's over. That's why they won't see it. That's why they won't say it. Because they're not going to admit that we've actually been telling the truth. Remember, Simone Sanders, a few months back, legitimized Vote the Couch. They know where they got that from. Who? Wait. Who? Wait, who we talking about? Oh, yes, Pearl is coming back to America. Yes. They took down your whole website and marked every single one of y'all. Y'all can't even move right. But go ahead.
And separatists, health skeptics.
Black extreme nativists and separatists. Now, y'all know who that is, right? That's them hoteps. You could put them in one too, but this here, that's them hoteps. And this is FBA. They just can't say it. This is ADOS. They just can't say it. These are the freedmen. They just can't say it. Because let me tell you something. If any one of these new organizations, they have been saying Black Americans that have been born here. And I've even heard a couple of them say foundational Black Americans, but it ain't catch on. If a network like this says foundational Black Americans about 3 times, oh, y'all sitting pretty. Are we gonna get there? Are we gonna get there? No, we gonna get there. We gonna get there.
And foreign actors. And they included a bunch of different examples, as you mentioned, Candace Owens just before, even the Fresh and Fit podcast. These are places that people.
Fresh and Fit. Now I know Myron and Walter, they 69 in each other. I already know this because NBC News mentioned their name. I hope y'all realize now that the government is watching y'all. Let me give you idiots a word of advice. You better check every girl's ID that you walk in there. Go get that machine that them clubs and them lounges be having, that check IDs to make sure they're real. Because if one of y'all do one of them live streams, them little bullshit live streams, and y'all got a 17-year-old or 16-year-old up in there, you're done. You see what they're doing with that Dr. Dismember, whatever the hell his name is. They ran that man through the coals. Even if it's true or not, he done.
Will go to for information, but when the information is not true and inaccurate, it has a devastating effect.
So, okay, we got this report. They've identified the issues. They've identified the misinformation and the problems. What can be done about it, and how much does Onyx actually think this is going to influence voters one way or the other come November?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, in this report, they actually offer strategic guidance in which to combat this. Normally, I would think, okay, you run away, right? But they're actually saying, no, engage with these platforms. They offered actually several key ways to engage, engaging with them, not just before an election is coming up, but consistently. Also identifying trusted messengers and
Damn. That's nasty work. A shade room. What they call them? Roommates? Y'all are about to become political crash test dummies. Are y'all gonna stand for that? I know y'all go over there to go get your little bullshit celebrity news. They about to crash out. They about to crash y'all out. Boy, this is beautiful. We might actually see the end of the Shade Room. I'm finna watch that. Angelique might actually get up out of here, and it might be beautiful. But we're gonna let this continue.
Discrediting bad actors, which is super important, and overall aggressively countering that disinformation. I actually also spoke to the CEO when she had something to say.
I love how y'all keep saying disinformation, but we're getting the sources that y'all saying we're saying lying. We're lying. We're getting it from y'all. So who's the real liars?
Say about that as well.
Black voters are likely less susceptible to many disinformation narratives given their deserved higher levels of skepticism in institutions and government overall. But just like other communities, when disinformation is targeted and sophisticated and comes from messengers with standing, it can be incredibly effective and dangerous.
Madam, everything that quote unquote influencers say, you can easily go fact check. I don't see y'all in our comment thread fact checking anything we say. Ma'am, we do over hour-long live streams. We show you where we're getting the information from. We're just not talking. This is not just, ma'am, this is just not me on the screen just saying shit. I could say anything, and I could have an audience that will not sit up there and say that I was wrong on anything. I've been wrong before. I don't operate like that. See, like what I'm doing now, I'm playing your words. I'm fact checking you in real time. It's going to get worse, family. I promise you. You ain't seen nothing yet. Lewis knows. Hello. You said, is this the phone calls you're talking about? What? This was them in the Federal Bureau of Investigations when they finished the list.
Got him! Got him! Got that hoe ass nigga. Come on in, goddamn.
Do not be surprised if Myron sells out, because they're going to do something stupid and they're going to get the government on their ass, and he's going to sell out the entire platform to keep himself from getting any type of charges. I promise you. JD informed me we already got the website up. We got it up. We ready to go on that because it's worse. It's worse than you thought.
Yeah, and so this report and its findings are hoping to inform us as Americans, as people who are actively engaging in our democracy. And one of the things that I also found in my research is the fact that Black Americans actually over-index when it comes to social media in this age where everything is put behind a paywall. Right. Oftentimes, Black Americans are getting their information from YouTube and from Facebook. And so when that information is not vetted and not actually correct, it can really have such a large impact.
So when you talk again, we're showing you where we got it from. Most of the time, the video is coming from YouTube. So is YouTube the hub of disinformation? Are you ready to say that? Because this video is on YouTube. Well, this is X, but no, this is y'all's website. But when NBC puts up stories like this, is it disinformation then? Let us know.
Talk about engagement. When you talk about combating it, who's doing it? Us as citizens, all of us?
Yeah.
Black, white, brown, no matter what color, engaging in disinformation and fighting back.
Engaging and holding accountable.
Holding
right?
accountable, speaking facts.
If you listen to a platform regularly, and they don't do this all the time, but they have someone on that platform who is spewing disinformation, it's all of our responsibility to actually combat that and say, hey, that's not okay.
I'm not even going to repeat what I just said. But what he was referring to, Onyx Impact. That's your founder and CEO, Osa, whatever. I want y'all to look at this. Do y'all see this? Yes, you see this. She used to be the Deputy Executive Director of Fair Fight Action. Now you're probably saying to yourself, what the hell why should we know this? That's a very good question. That's a very good question. And I have taught y'all to always ask questions. Because that particular organization belongs to a certain someone that we know. We know her well. Bam. Stacey put her hooks back in the 2024 election. Somehow, some way, she found her way back in. I guess the Africa move didn't work. And I said, even though we rendered her mute, somehow, some way, she's going to show up here. And here we are. She's back. Oh, it gets even deeper than that, William. Not only did she used to work for Stacey, she also used to work for BlackRock. Nasty work. She managed their assets. She was one of them. Portfolio manager. Nasty work. That's right. Nasty work. When I tell y'all that these rabbit holes go deep, they go deep. We're not even done yet. Because they have a little file that I want y'all to see. You can download this off their website. The Black Online Disinformation Landscape. I wonder what they have in there. Now, old Marquise gave the condensed version. We're going to go through this. Now, this is what they showed on the screen. The three most significant narrative threats to Black voter engagement in 2024: misleading narratives about civic disengagement, Biden broken promises, and stoking division. Everybody saw it. So this report, I don't know when they dropped it, but even the Black folks that are on the side of Biden are saying that he's been lying. Now they went through all this. So here we go. Gateway influencer platforms represent authentic online influencers at platforms and Black spaces with large Black followings who serve, often unintentionally, as high-value targets for bad actors to introduce harmful narratives. This network serves a critical role in elevating Black news and culture, but may also uplift misleading influencers and narratives. Examples: The Breakfast Club, because we've seen them have Kamami on there, but they also had Vivek Ramaswamy, and both of them lied. I think didn't they have Nikki Haley too? The Shade Room. Angelique, you've been targeted. 19 Keys. The Joe Budden Podcast. Earn Your Leisure. And the Stephen A. Smith Show. Stephen A. Smith. I warned you a year ago messing with CNN was going to come back and bite you in the ass, and here we are. Far-right activists and media outlets, including Black and non-Black extremists who target Black audiences with inauthentic persuasion campaigns and promote anti-Black, anti-immigrant, anti-LGBTQ, revisionist histories, and other disinformation narratives to advance their political agenda. So here's where we land. Here's where FBA lands. Nasty work. Black Manosphere went over that. Black extreme natives and separatists separate themselves from other Black nativist movements, uplifting Black determination by creating, promoting, and amplifying racialized disinformation, a xenophobic worldview, and pushing far-right talking points on gender, sex, and healthcare. Health skeptics target Black communities with myths/disinformation about medical treatments and public health measure. I guess this is where Candace Owens and RZA land. By targeting health issues disproportionately affecting Black communities, they foster skepticism towards conventional healthcare practices, advocate for alternative healing methods. So being holistic is a problem now if you're Black, according to Onyx Impact. Foreign actors, including individuals or entities acting on the behalf of, have strong ties to, or maybe inadvertently promoting talking points from foreign governments, organizations, or interests that seek to influence or interfere in U.S. political discourse, particularly as it relates to Black voters and Black social issues. So this is for all the rioters such as myself and Brother Richard Sudan, who actually advocate for Black folks. Doesn't matter where in the world. We the problem. Prominent narratives identified. Revisionist history. Reach and impact is high. This is them taking a shot at y'all trying to give the history of hip hop. Civic disengagement. This is vote the couch. Anti-immigration. Reach is high, impact moderate. They're going to say our impact is moderate because the white boys started it first. Voter suppression, moderate, moderate. Black gender wars, high, high. That's the Black Manosphere. And the posts that people put online when they put those goofy people on there, them dating shows or goofy scenarios or them goofy skits. That's what they're talking about. Anti-LGBTQ, reach is high, impact moderate. We don't even do this. But again, I'm guessing they're counting the bots too. Biden broken promises, high, high. Everybody's been saying that he's had broken promises, but we credit it to the Black people. Okay. Stoking division, high, high. What division are we stoking? Wasn't us that started the census. If you don't want to mess with us, that's cool. Don't just come and lecture us. That's all we ask. C19/health, high, high. We did that, or the whole world, a lot of them saw the finesse. Okay. That's RZA. That's Candace Owens. Okay. Weaponizing diversity, moderate, moderate. Who's been outside the most talking about DEI? So here's this: the web of online Black disinformation, far-right activists. So now, certain people they're going to label far-right, but okay. 11 million voters and all that. There's the Black Manosphere. There's that. There's that. There's only 5, but okay. Nasty work. Nasty work. So what y'all can do is, I'm going to put this in the chat. You can follow along with me. We do that over here at Beyond Borders Media. Key takeaways. The most significant narrative threats to Black voter engagement in 2024 are misleading narratives about civic disengagement. Well, I guess that's all right. The Black Far-Right Activist Network. Far-right? What is this far-right? You must be talking about the Black conservatives. We cannot underestimate the power of this network to shape 2024 discourse and persuade Black voters. The Black Far-Right Activist Network is the only core network actively engaging with and amplifying all 10 prominent narratives identified in this analysis. In addition, the reach of just 5 leading actors in this space is more than 11 million subscribers with content, views, and engagement numbers many factors higher. Higher. 2, well-known far-right influencer Candace Owens has experienced a remarkable rise in notoriety in Black online spaces. Where? What? You see how they lie? What are you talking about? Oh, they must have did this when she had her Blackest Week ever. JD Informant, what if I told you Anton was already on the list? Ain't that nasty work? Anton's already swept up with them Black Mansphere idiots. But I ain't gonna say nothing. Trust and believe they know who Anton Daniels is. Well-known far-right influencer Candace Owens has experienced a remarkable rise in notoriety in Black online spaces, coinciding with her split from the far-right outlet Daily Wire. But that was a lie, but okay. In recent months, Owens has strategically rebranded herself to appeal to Black audiences and has aligned herself with Black Manosphere key actors like the Fresh and Fit podcast. They're not Black. Well, Walter is, but they're not Black. But all right. While gaining access to top gateway influencer actors like the Breakfast Club and the Joe Budden podcast. Well, if we're going to do that, then you might as well say Vivek is there too. You might as well say Joe Biden's there too. But let me explain something to you. Joe Budden's not influencing nothing when it comes to our politics. Not a thing. We watched that interview with Candace Owens. He didn't press her. And she still ain't go to Jersey to get pressed. So, yeah, this is widely discredited right here. The Black Gateway Influencer Network serves a critical role in informing Black communities and uplifting Black news and culture and should not be viewed as bad actors. Onyx Impact recently conducted 7 national Black focus groups, I wonder who, to gain insights on how they consumed online information and engaged with prominent narratives. The Breakfast Club was one of the most frequently cited sources of news across groups, indicating widespread reach and impact. Okay. This network is targeted by bad actors for this very reason, because most of the prominent narratives exist across multiple networks. When bad actors successfully spread a key narrative to a gateway influencer, the added audience exposure and potential algorithmic referral impact serves every network engaging with the key narrative, Ensuring gateway platforms are flooded with good information will be key to mitigating this effect and the 2024 risks. Breakfast Club is gone after this election, I promise you. Yes, JD Informant, and they know who Anton Daniels is. Trust me. He's been adjacent with the Black Manosphere, specifically Obsidian. So trust and believe they're looking at him. Anti-immigrant narratives are breaking out across multiple Black disinfo networks. Okay, here we go. The growing prevalence of anti-immigrant rhetoric is notable across the far-right activist, Black extremists, and foreign actors core networks. Given anti-immigrant rhetoric is active across multiple core networks, there is significant breakout risk if gateway influencers begin to focus on this topic. Anti-immigrant narratives currently take two distinct tracks. Extreme Black nativists and separatists often push bigoted beliefs towards Black immigrants and indigenous people, suggesting that support for these communities comes at the expense of addressing the needs of natives-born Black Americans, primarily through reparations. Got her. Got her. Got her. What I'm reading is this right here. This is in print, them trying to delegitimize reparations. This is replacement. Far-right activists have focused more on border crisis narratives that suggest Latino immigrants are responsible for taking resources and jobs in Black communities. However, this distinction is weakening as foreign and domestic actors in these networks amplify both tracks simultaneously. Well, we've gone past Latinos. We're saying everybody coming in. By the way, the news is the one that's showing that it's everybody coming in. But all right. Develop robust strategies to engage Black gateway influencers immediately. So now they want to put them under the wing. If we want to stem the current wave of disengaging rhetoric and inauthentic persuasion of Black voters, we must have plans to consistently engage Black gateway influencers between now and the election. Our focus group showed again and again that mediums such as the Breakfast Club are still main engagement platforms for Black voters, regardless of how they are seen in political circles. If Candace Owens is on the Breakfast Club 5 times this year, we should have our trusted messengers on 10 times. We should make sure informative ad/content and information is appearing on gateway influencers platforms constantly. This is especially important in 2024 as social media companies announce that they are limiting political content on feeds. Hey, where's that little one? Hey, little one, come in. Catherine. Come here. No, hold on. I just saw this ugly looking spider. I think it disappeared. Never mind, it's gone. There was an ugly spider.
Ugly what?
Spider.
Ugly spider?
Yes.
Mommy doesn't like me saying ugly.
Okay, fine, but it's gone. Okay, you can go back over there. Where was I? Bad actors are circumventing these rules by engaging non-political lifestyle influencers to share their narratives. We must also be prepared to engage non-political influencers if we hope to fight back. Identify and resource as many Black trusted messengers and media as possible. Here we go. Colorful story. Kenny Walden, that idiot we just listened to. They finna get checks. Here we go. Rolling. Here comes Rolling. Rolling gonna jump in front of the line. Here we go. There's a crisis of trusted messengers in our community, in part caused by the attacks on news media and the spread of disinformation globally. Onyx Impact focus groups show that there are few national leaders seen as trusted messengers. As the costs of spreading disinformation approaches zero, it will become increasingly more difficult to determine what is authentic and inauthentic news. We must find and develop innovative, quantitative strategies to identify who can actually be considered a trusted messenger in Black communities at a local, state, and national level. With the advent of generative AI, here we go. Soon who information is coming from will be the only way for many people to verify it. So they're going to team up with Skynet. Okay. As research indicates, young Black people may be moving farther away from the church and more time passes from the civil rights era. It would be a grave mistake to assume trusted messengers have remained the same. Expose and discredit key Black actors in the core Black disinfo networks. Okay. Aggressively counter revisionist history, civic disengagement, buying broken promises, disinformation narratives, while overwhelming narratives meant to stoke division. And there she goes. Mm. Supporting black media. But y'all just said that here we go. This is them about to go attack Agenda 20, Section 230. Mm. Nasty work. Mm, mm, mm. There's something else I wanted to show y'all. Now I don't even want to show you that professor that said that you won't let me stop voting for Biden because he had a gaffe. Yes, this. Got to show y'all this.
As expected. Like sometimes when people are so hurt and damaged, they go and do the other extreme thing, and it is not okay and it's not cool, but it doesn't just happen politically. And I think it is irresponsible. Had stuff to say about when a Washington Post article came out about black people in Detroit not wanting to vote for Joe Biden and potentially voting for Donald Trump. That's how we end up losing engagement.
I totally agree.
Literally, like we're in a place now where this is so narrowed down and so refined and so like we're not engaging people anymore.
Because y'all don't know how to message. Y'all don't know how to talk to folk. Y'all talk to us like we're the ones that are wrong. You talk to us like we're stupid. We're past them days. We go do our own damn research and we show y'all where the lies are. You don't like it because we can call you out on it. You want a dumb voter block. We not playing them games no more. And if you came to us correctly, we could have civil discourse. But y'all come yell at us like see, you're supposed to vote for Biden because Trump's gonna do this. I'm like, okay, well, sell me your candidate. What do you mean? Look at what he's done. I'm not seeing it. Anybody can play with numbers. I'm not seeing it outside. I'm seeing them in a war 10,000 miles away, funding that shit so they can get cobalt, so they can roll out these EVs. That's what I see. I see my country's infrastructure falling. We see that. We see truckers can't get a consistent deal. How many trucking companies have fallen under Biden? You see the price of goods and services go up. We engage us. Sell me your candidate. You can't do it. And then you're going to sit up here and cry on your podcast like I'm supposed to feel sorry for you. Angela Rye, you've been playing a role since 2014. You got on CNN. Great. You cooned over there. Wonderful. You got your coins. And then you got your wake-up call when they fired you. And Chris Cuomo said what he said. And now you're trying to build up this podcast that's not working. But anyway, I put the link in there. Whoever wants to say something. If not, I'm going back to cooking. Well, I figured I'd bring y'all this information.
I don't receive that.
It's true. Like, look at the numbers.
I give Angela credit for admitting the truth, but it is still simultaneously disturbing because guess what? Her tears formed because she's concerned about Donald Trump taking office and not about whether or not Black folks are going to receive reparations, economic justice, other forms of legal justice in terms of protections like other groups get. Will the gerrymandering stop for us? Will the redlining stop for us? Will we get true substantive criminal justice reform? She's not tripping about that. She's tripping about Donald Trump, which means she's D1 and not B1. D1 is what I call Democrat first and not B1, which stands for Black first. Somehow they still think that Donald Trump, the only thing to talk about is the fact that he's a racist. Well, Joe Biden is that. Joe Biden was the mastermind behind the 94 crime that's responsible for destroying at least 2 generations of Black folks since Jim Crow. Joe Biden has equally said public things that were anti-Black and racist. Most recently, when he said that America is doomed in part because of Black folks and because the Europeans in the United States are going to be the minority by 2040. They let all that go. Yes, Trump is outrageous and certainly a suspected white supremacist. But the fact that they can't admit the same about Joe Biden shows us that they don't care that he's not pushing substantive Black policies. They just want a friendly white supremacist in office. And that is still a problem for us.
All right. There's nobody coming up. So I'm going to go back to cooking. I will share pictures in the Discord later and the community tab. So hopefully you learned something. If you did, I've done my job. If not, I'll try to be better next time. I will see y'all tomorrow. Don't know what we'll talk about. Maybe it'll just be a chill stream since it's the first day of July. Maybe it'll be a chill stream. We'll see. But y'all take care, stay safe, and you know what to do when the agents of chaos come to mess up your existence.
Time's up. But did we have a good time here? Hello?
At the end of the day gotta end.
And that's it.